Good morning, YouTube. On my way to my first stop. Man, it is 90 degrees in Las Vegas right now. And it's not even 5:30 a.m. So usually 90, count 20 degrees higher for today's high, and that gets you to an amazing high of 110, 111. I was thinking about this, so I'm starting to give lessons. And I'm reaching out to one client. Supposed to meet with him on Sunday. Reached out to him yesterday. And then another client, I understand things come up. Rescheduled. Well, I don't think they even rescheduled. The point I'm trying to make is that I remember when I began my journey to learning piano. My desire to learn the piano, I hate when they do this in Vegas, literally was so strong that I literally used all of the available resources that I could. That when I came to my teacher, it was game on. That's how strong the desire. That's how strong the desire was for me to learn the piano. And I even started gravitating toward the guitar, and which is a beautiful instrument within itself. So when you're thinking about, man, even though you want some of this ACO, this still cold. When you're thinking about learning, how strong is your desire to learn? Whether you say that you're going to learn Spanish, whether you say you're going to learn how to cook, whether you're taking on a new task, how strong is that desire? Is that desire strong enough to go against all odds? I remember, literally, I dived in head first. Corey the Skilled Musician, House of Jazz. Okay, we got something going on here. Crucial Keys. Where my practice time, my time at the board was literally 3 hours at a time. Where I was actually I wasn't on the level of my dear friend, who was playing for the church, but I was rapidly catching up to him. To the point where they say, hey, bring your board to the church. So when you want to take on a task, when you want to learn a new instrument, a new trade, a new skill, let's keep this in mind. Even though there is a talent that I have, that talent can evolve into a skill, which is learning how to read music, learning how to write songs, learning what the tonic is, learning what the bridge is, learning what the beat is, training your ears. Those are all skills to build the talent. And I think I was even playing, what was that song yesterday? Charlene on the piano. As soon as I hit a specific chord on the Juno, I said, hey, this sounds just like this. That's ear training. That's me hanging around or building the talent with the skill of ear training so much that I could be like, yo, let's take this here. Those are all, and people may say you have a great ear. That ear had to be built. That ear had to be built. That ear had to be nurtured. Same thing with the reading. Any talent that you have, let's title this. Any talent that you have has got to be nurtured with hard work. Let that sit right there. Any talent that you have, if somebody says, well, if you're in kindergarten and they notice that you can draw really well, and it just ends right there, even though you can draw, say if you would have nurtured that talent with skill, nurtured that talent with actually going to school for artistic design, think about how much further that talent could have went. Parable in the Bible, Jesus gives the example of giving talents and then talents growing. Man, I gave you this talent, you didn't do nothing with it. I gave you this talent, you invested it, you grew it, you did this. So keep this in mind. If you have a talent, what are you doing to feed that talent? Like I told my wife, I said, you like dancing so much, you should have been a dance instructor. I could see you doing that. Or I told my cousin, hey, you like this so much, you should have been a Spanish teacher. Told another cousin, which she embarked on that endeavor. Hey, you need to really get into writing books. A lot of times people can actually see your talents and then tell you exactly what you need to do, how to grow your talent, what avenue or what lane you should be traveling in. Sometimes those talents we don't see within ourselves, or there's some type of fear that gets in the way. I have a talent for teaching. You guys will rarely catch me playing. You guys will rarely catch me playing. Like I tell people, I don't play to entertain. I like to teach. I like to encourage. I get joy out of people learning or saying, wow, I learned this, or I picked this up, or thanks for showing me this. And that goes far beyond music. That goes far beyond music. That goes even into business, the business that I operate in, finance that I'm doing. Hey, do this way, do this with that way. It's like if people say, even though you guys see me owning a business and operating a business, I am the type of person that I build businesses. I'm a business builder, and then I hand it off. I'm a people builder, and then I say, okay, go this way. So I'm gonna leave that with you. We're gonna title this, and I think I had the title early on, your talent needs to be nurtured with skill. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. Peace.